Ugh, another Disney sequel? But wait, this one's actually good? Hi everybody, Anthony here from Awesome Anthony Productions, and today I'm going to give you my review of a sequel 9 years in the making, Zootopia 2. But before we get started, please leave a like, it really helps out the channel, and at the end of the video, if you think I've earned it, please subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I post. Now on to the review. Taking place not too long after the first one, Zootopia 2 once again centers on Judy Hopps, played by Jennifer Goodwin, and Nick Wilde, played by Jason Bateman, now police officers trying to solve another case, no matter which rules they break, or how much Idris Elba's Chief Bogo tries and fails to keep them in line. There's also the fact that they don't necessarily work that well as partners, but I digress. Following another lead, they eventually stumble onto a conspiracy involving the wealthy Linksley family and a snake, Gary, played by Ke Huy Quan, leading Nick and Judy to be framed. So now they're on the run trying to solve the case and uncover the mystery behind Zootopia's missing reptile population. Along the way, they'll meet some colorful new characters, including a beaver named Nibbles, played by Fortune Famester, a cowboy lizard voiced by Danny Trejo, and the youngest and kindest member of the Linksley family, Paubert, played by Andy Samberg. Will Judy and Nick solve the case, or will Zootopia be a reptile-free place forever? The original Zootopia is one of my favorite modern Disney movies. Incredible animation, a stacked voice cast, great humor, an intriguing mystery, and thematically dense story without being too much for the kids. I just loved it. So when the sequel was announced, I was skeptical, to say the least. But let's just get to the point here. Did I like this movie? Yes. Yes, I did. I may even dare to say that I loved it. It's just great. And even though it doesn't have that fresh and new feeling that comes with the first film in a new franchise, there's so much here to like and love that it didn't really matter to me. First, the voice cast. The returning actors all bring their A-list talent that made the characters from the first one feel so real, with Jennifer Goodwin once again portraying Judy with a fierce optimism and idealism combined with her incredible banter with Nick.
Oh. This is not your worst idea.
Wow, that was almost a compliment.
Your worst idea is what you did with your ears.
A dynamic that goes a long way to making her a great protagonist, just like the first. Jason Bateman, one of my favorite actors, once again proves that he's the perfect voice for a sly, cunning fox, and we still get a ton of that here. His constant sarcasm and unseriousness have my wife and I cracking up throughout the first act. But through that tough exterior, there are actually a lot of moments where the softer, more sensitive side of Nick comes out, the one who cares about Judy more than anything, and Bateman just nails both aspects of this character's voice. There's also the added plot point of he and Judy not really working that well together as partners and realizing that they might be too different, and I have to say that I just love them going in that direction with this story. After becoming friends in the first one and learning to overcome their biases towards each other, it would have been far too easy for this film just to make them the perfect crime-fighting duo, and a lesser sequel would have done that. But instead we have a very realistic and emotional conflict between them that feels organic.
We have to solve the case.
It's not worth dying for. Judy!
Nick!
And gives both their relationship and these individual characters something to grow throughout the film besides just trying to solve the mystery of the snake. Speaking of the snake mystery here, Gary DeSnake, literally his last name is DeSnake, like Count DeMoney in History of the World, is a total standout here, played so tenderly by Ke Huy Quan. I've been so here for this actor's comeback since Everything Everywhere All at Once, and with the way he voices his character, it's impossible not to feel for him, especially when his backstory comes out, root for him, and laugh because of him whenever the story calls for it. Everything about this character worked for me, especially the amazing animation with his design, movement, and different ways they use his constantly moving body to add personality. Now, for more newcomers here, we have the members of the Linksley family, including the evil, near mustache-twirling patriarch Milton, played by David Strathairn, who does such a great job leaning into the cartoonish evil of this character without it ever feeling over the top, which is a hard enough balance for writers to do, let alone the voice actor. Brenda Song and Macaulay Culkin play siblings, Catrick and Kitty, though they're really just background characters, they barely even have any dialogue. The Linksley with easily the most screen time, Paubert, played by Andy Samberg, easily sticks out the most, being fun-loving yet super socially awkward, a character you can't help but like once he's introduced, something that Samberg always knows how to do even when you're not seeing him. Danny Trejo also has a small role as a cowboy-esque lizard, and despite his lack of screen time, this character did stick out. And I didn't even recognize Trejo's voice, which really speaks to his talent. The last two newcomers I want to mention are Fortune Famester's Nibbles, a conspiracy-obsessed beaver that I actually thought I was gonna hate, but really enjoyed every time she was on screen, with her eccentric personality and near constant jokes just cracking my wife and I up throughout the whole movie. And Patrick Warburton as Mayor Winddancer, Zootopia's newest mayor, who is a delightful mix of dumb and kinda hopeful, and Warburton's voice just fits that character perfectly.
Do you know how many mayors they've already destroyed?
1, 2,
Okay, now that I got through this massive cast, I want to talk about the story, which is just as dense as the first. It once again brings in themes of prejudice regarding the reptiles, themes of Judy and Nick opening up more to each other and growing more as partners and friends, plus some added and very timely subject matter involving evil billionaires, which normally does make me roll my eyes, but here I thought it was done very well and naturally. The mystery at the center is very well written too, offering just enough here and there to help you piece things together along the way, along with a gut punch once things are finally revealed. There is a trope involving a villain later in the movie that did make me roll my eyes a bit though, but it didn't really take away from my overall experience. This movie is also hilarious too, between jokes flying left and right, animal puns that are there but never so much to where it becomes grating, physical comedy that is never too goofy, and enough voice cameos to make Deadpool blush. But besides that, this story is genuinely emotional and heartfelt at points too, and even gets pretty dark here and there, which I always appreciate in an animated film. Speaking of that, the animation. Wow. The first film already, in my opinion, set a standard for CG animated movies. It just looks incredible, and 9 years later, though it keeps the same style and visual motifs, the animation is just so much more polished. Plus, with the new environments and characters that we get to see, there's so much fresh design here that's complemented by color, texture, and a ton of detail in every frame, and I just love to see it. Especially the visual gags on display here. There's like early Simpsons TV quality background jokes here, not to mention enough organically done movie and TV references that'll definitely make the adults happy. There's one scene towards the end that's an incredibly well done homage to one of my favorite horror movies ever, and I was howling with laughter. Lastly, Michael Giacchino's score. There's a reason he's one of the GOATs working in Hollywood right now. His sound can be so diverse and completely changed from film to film, and here is no different. It perfectly captures the energy of the first, while adding some new catchy motifs and blending multiple styles, like jazzy 70s cop show vibes to heartfelt melodies. And of course, we get a new song, Zoo, from Shakira's character Gazelle.
We're into a zoo.
And just like Try Everything in 2016, it's catchy as hell. Overall, this is the rare sequel that not only lives up to its predecessor, but actually surpasses it in a lot of areas. With great characters brought to life by an amazing cast of returning actors and newcomers, absolutely jaw-dropping animation, a mature, layered story that weaves in plenty of emotion and laugh-out-loud humor, and a truly kick-ass soundtrack. And that's my review of Zootopia 2. Thanks for watching. If you like this review, you know exactly what to do. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I post. While you're at it, scroll down to the comments, let me know if you saw this movie and what you thought, and if you want more content, you can click or tap on these cards right here. They'll take you to my review of Wicked for Good, or just over to my channel where you can check out the rest of my reviews. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time for my review of Five Nights at Freddy's 2.